Have you ever feel like 24 hours isn't enough to get everything done? You're not alone, but the truth is, you don't need more hours. You just need better use of them. Did you know that highly productive people aren't working longer, they're just structuring their 24 hours differently? We've all said it at some point. I wish I had more time. But here's the truth. Everyone, from a student to the busiest CEO, gets the same 24 hours each day. No one is secretly given 25. The real difference is not in the amount of time, but in how it is managed. The problem is that most of us confuse being busy with being productive. Being busy often means running around, multitasking, answering emails nonstop, and feeling drained at the end of the day. But being productive means focusing on the right things, the tasks that actually move you forward toward your goals. Just because your schedule is full doesn't mean your life is progressing. Think of it like spinning on a stationary bike for hours. You're working hard, sweating, and moving constantly, but in the end, you're still in the same place. The illusion of no time usually comes from hidden leaks in our day. Hours vanish in endless scrolling on social media, jumping between tasks without focus, getting caught in unplanned conversations, or saying yes to commitments that don't really matter. Studies show that most people lose 2 to 3 hours daily on activities they can't even remember later. That adds up to almost a full day every week, completely wasted. Instead of saying, "I don't have time," try reframing it as, "It's not my priority." This small shift is eye-opening. If health is truly a priority, you'll find 30 minutes to exercise. If learning matters, you'll make time to read. If you don't, it isn't because of time, it's because of choice. The key takeaway is simple. You don't lack time, you lack clarity. And once you see through the illusion, the next question becomes, how do you actually structure those 24 hours for maximum productivity? That's where the 3 golden buckets of time come in. Once you break free from the illusion of no time, the next step is to recognize that not every hour of your day holds the same value. Your energy, focus, and creativity rise and fall throughout the day. And if you try to treat all hours equally, you'll always feel like you're fighting against yourself. That's why it's more effective to think in terms of 3 golden buckets of time: your peak hours, your routine hours, and your recovery hours. Your peak hours are the times when your mind is sharp, alert, and capable of deep, focused work. For some people, this is early morning. For others, it's mid-morning or even late at night. These hours should be fiercely protected and dedicated to your most important tasks, the ones that create real progress. Then come your routine hours, times when your energy is steady, but not at its highest. These are perfect for handling necessary but less demanding tasks like responding to emails, attending routine meetings, or organizing your schedule. The goal here is to stay productive without wasting your best mental energy on low-value work. Finally, there are your recovery hours, the natural dips in your energy. Instead of pushing yourself through these low-energy periods, use them intentionally for rest, reflection, or light activities. This isn't wasted time. It's fuel for the next round of productivity. By treating rest as part of the system, you recharge and avoid burnout. When you start dividing your day into these 3 buckets, you stop fighting your energy and begin working with it. This alignment ensures that your most valuable hours are spent on what matters most, while the rest of the day still moves forward with balance. And once you understand these natural rhythms, the next question becomes clear. How do you actually plan your day inside these buckets so nothing slips through the cracks? That's where the daily planning framework comes in. Understanding the golden buckets of time gives you the structure, but to make it work, you need a daily plan that turns those buckets into results. Without a plan, even the best hours can get swallowed up by distractions. That's why creating a simple, flexible daily planning framework is the key to making your 24 hours productive. Start each morning, or even better, the night before, by identifying your top 3 priorities. Not 30 tasks on a to-do list, just 3 things that matter most. This sharpens your focus and keeps you from drowning in busy work. Think of it like aiming a spotlight. Instead of scattering energy everywhere, you're shining it on what truly counts. Next, use time blocking. Instead of leaving your day to chance, assign blocks of time to different types of work. Reserve your peak hours for deep, important projects, routine hours for lighter tasks, and recovery hours for rest or recharge. By assigning a home to each activity, you remove the constant decision-making that drains mental energy. One powerful trick to keep momentum is the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Replying to a quick email, filing a document, or setting a reminder, these little actions often pile up into overwhelming clutter. If something takes less than 2 minutes, 2 minutes. 2 minutes is that dazer, clearing them. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Even with a clear plan, your day can still be hijacked if you don't learn the skill of saying no. If you can prevent the view in fine strokes. The truth is, every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're unconsciously saying no to something that truly matters. If you are going to be you. Most people lose control of their schedules not because they lack discipline, but because they agree to too many things that don't align with their priorities. Learning to say no doesn't mean you become rude or selfish. It means you protect your time like the valuable resource it is. Think of it as guarding a treasure chest. If you let anyone take what they want, there will be nothing left when you need it most. Polite but firm responses like, "I'd love to help, but I'm focused on something important right now," or "This week is fully booked, but let's reconnect later," allow you to maintain relationships without sacrificing your focus. Another powerful mindset is to weigh the opportunity cost of every yes. For example, agreeing to a 2-hour meeting might cost you the chance to finish a major project or spend meaningful time with family. By asking yourself, "What am I giving up if I commit to this?" you train yourself to choose more wisely. When you practice saying no strategically, you create space for the work and relationships that truly matter. This isn't about being less helpful. It's about being intentional. And once you learn to protect your time from external demands, the next step is to create systems that keep you consistently productive without relying on sheer willpower. Discipline alone isn't enough to stay productive, because willpower runs out. What really sustains progress are systems, small structures that guide your behavior and make the right choices automatic. Systems take the pressure off your mind, reduce decision fatigue, and ensure you don't have to try harder every single day to stay consistent. One simple but powerful system is using digital tools wisely. A calendar isn't just for meetings. It can be your command center. Block out deep work sessions, reminders for breaks, and even personal priorities so they don't get lost. Focus apps or timers, like the Pomodoro technique, can also help you stay on track by breaking tasks into short, focused sprints with built-in rest. Analog systems can be just as effective. A notebook or habit tracker can give you a physical reminder of progress. And sticky notes with your 3 top priorities for the day can keep you anchored when distractions pull at your attention. Sometimes the simplest tools are the most effective. Another powerful method is habit stacking, attaching a new habit to one you already do. For example, if you want to start journaling, tie it to your morning coffee routine. After I pour my coffee, I'll write for 5 minutes. Over time, the new habit becomes automatic because it's anchored to something you already do. When systems are in place, productivity stops being about forcing yourself to stay disciplined. Instead, your environment, routines, and tools naturally guide you toward the right actions. And with systems carrying much of the weight, you'll be able to sustain focus for longer. But even the best system won't work if you ignore one critical factor: rest. That's why the next piece of the puzzle is learning the value of breaks and recovery. Productivity isn't just about how much you do, it's also about how well you recover. Pushing non-stop might feel efficient, but it quickly leads to exhaustion and declining performance. Your brain, like a muscle, needs intervals of rest to function at its best. Short breaks throughout the day, 5 to 10 minutes every hour, help reset focus and prevent mental fatigue. These pauses don't have to be complicated. A short walk, stretching, or even stepping away from screens can restore clarity. Longer breaks, such as lunch away from your desk or a quiet moment to recharge, keep your energy steady instead of crashing midday. The most powerful recovery tool, however, is quality sleep. Skipping it may seem like gaining extra hours, but it robs you of memory, focus, and long-term health. Treating rest as an essential part of your schedule ensures you return to work sharper and more creative. By balancing focused effort with intentional recovery, you build a rhythm that's sustainable. And once your day includes both action and rest, the final step is to close it properly, with an evening reset that prepares you for tomorrow. How you end your day is just as important as how you start it. An evening reset ensures that tomorrow begins with clarity instead of chaos. Spend a few minutes reviewing what you accomplished, no matter how small. Acknowledging progress builds motivation and prevents the feeling of never doing enough. Next, prepare for the following day by setting your top 3 priorities in advance. This way, you wake up already knowing what deserves your attention, instead of wasting energy deciding in the morning. Small actions like laying out clothes, tidying your workspace, or organizing your to-do list can remove friction and save time. Finally, create a simple shutdown ritual, whether it's journaling, reading, or disconnecting from screens, to signal to your brain that the workday is done. This not only improves sleep, but also gives your mind space to recharge. With a strong evening reset, you step into the next day, focused, prepared, and energized, ready to make the most of your 24 hours. At the end of the day, managing your 24 hours isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. You've seen how the illusion of no time holds you back, how dividing your day into golden buckets unlocks focus, how planning and systems keep you on track, and how saying no, taking breaks, and resetting in the evening sustain your momentum. Productivity isn't about cramming every minute. It's about aligning your time with your priorities and energy. Remember this: you already have enough time. The question is, are you directing it toward the life you want to build, or letting it slip away on things that don't matter? Every day, you're given a fresh set of 24 hours. It's the most valuable resource you'll ever own. So here's your challenge. Don't wait for next week or next month. Start today. Pick just one strategy from this video. Maybe protecting your peak hours, setting your top 3 priorities, or creating an evening reset, and commit to it for the next 24 hours. You'll be amazed how much more you can get done when your time finally works for you. Because the truth is, success isn't found in having more hours. It's found in making the hours you already have count.